What is going on, Joe? Back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the State of MLB The Show 25. I've seen a ton of creators talk about this game and kind of give their thoughts, and I kind of wanted to just give my thoughts as well, because I don't know, I feel like I got a differing opinion on this game when it comes to those people, but everyone's been kind of complaining about the game a little bit and how some of the rewards are kind of annoying. Like, for the most part, I've seen the creators talk about how most of the the best rewards you gotta do the collections for. So, like, obviously the retro, the best catcher in the game is probably this Carlos Santana right now. And he's currently locked behind, this collection with all these cards you have to buy. And obviously, they ain't cheap if you're trying to get every single one of them. So that's what some people were talking about that. And then obviously, one of the best right fielders in the game is probably this Corbin Carroll card, who's also locked into the collection. Obviously, this one's a lot easier to do for sure. But a lot of the best cards you can actually get are from grinding. I mean, think about it. Live Series collections got 3 99s. The Legend of Flashbacks got another 99. The Spotlight has some of the best cards. And the actual online rewards in this game aren't good. And the fact that we're already on, what is this, the 9th chase pack, I'm pretty sure, and this is the Willie Castro we're getting. Don't get me wrong, this card is actually really good. It goes to show, a lot of the best rewards are coming from these packs still, which they usually don't have this many chase packs. I think last year, or maybe it was 22 or 24 or 23, there was only 6 chase packs the whole year. And this year we're already at 9. So I don't know how many of these we're going to have left, but it is very interesting to talk about that a lot of the best cards are coming from chase packs and the collections. And it's a lot more grind heavy, I think, this year. And a lot of the good cards are not even in the multiplayer stuff, right? A lot of the multiplayer you play, the best cards are just not in there. I mean, we can take a look with the World Series rewards, right? 90 overall, definitely still a solid card. Martin Dihigo. Once again, this pitching card doesn't have too many standout stats except for the velocity. That's basically it. And his hitting stats, once again, are pretty solid as well. But there are already better cards than this, which is pretty surprising, especially because you look at him and at face value, you think he's pretty good. He's definitely got some decent stats, but there's not a stat that stands out, which is kind of the point. And look at this Chipper Jones. This is definitely a solid Chipper Jones on the left side, fan favorite card. But that new Josh Young is already better than this card, and he's in Diamond Quest. So it is very interesting to think about that. And even the World Series cards we had before were also not really the best. Like, for example, this was the Mickey Mantle from the first World Series. Definitely a solid card to start the year off. Like, if you got to World Series pretty early on, this card would have been pretty good, but there's already a lot of center fielders in the game that are already probably better than this card. And the Steve Carlton right here, he was also one of the World Series rewards. Obviously, 99 on the break is extremely good, 92 on the Ks per 9, but you guys already know there's way better pitchers in the game than this. The John Donaldson, the Randy Johnson, right? All those guys are pretty solid cards. His pitch mix is pretty good. I do like it a lot, but there are a lot better cards. And obviously, those are the first ones that came out in the beginning of the year, but we can take that Josh Young, Chipper Jones example. I mean, this card is pretty solid, and you get him for pretty cheap. Really good defender, too, at third base. So it's definitely an interesting topic what people are talking about with the rewards just being a lot better than the online rewards. But also, this year does seem pretty grind heavy as well, which I personally don't mind. I don't mind that at all. I think that's kind of a good thing, because it incentivizes every type of player to play the game, regardless of your skill level, to be able to get all the cards, which I think is something pretty good for the game, especially because we know a lot more casual people are playing this show, than I think a lot of the other sports games, if I had to guess. Me personally, I've really liked the game so far. There are a couple of things, a couple of the gameplay stuff. There's a couple problems with that, right? But I feel like that's happened in every MLB The Show game, so it just is what it is. Obviously, that should be fixed, but there are a couple gameplay issues, and I know there's a ton of examples out there online. A couple things wrong with the gameplay for sure. Definitely the connection seems a little funky sometimes. I can definitely get behind that as well, especially when you play co-op. I mean, it's like a completely different game, which is kind of crazy. And people also said the offline compared to online experience is completely different, which I kind of agree. I feel like the game can act very differently offline compared to online, which is another problem, that this game has. But compared to last year and compared to the previous years, I really do think this game is literally one of the better ones. I mean, just with all the pack problems we had last year with the programs that we had, just you weren't able to get any good cards in any of these programs, and these programs we have now are extremely good. The Desta May one, free 90, that was pretty good. The Ella De La Cruz, that was another free 90, right? A lot of these programs were pretty solid, especially the ones early on, the Pipeline. The Pipeline and the Spring Breakout were extremely good, especially that Walter Jenkins earlier in the year was really good. Obviously, the new Threads Max Scherzer card was pretty good for a little time. And then obviously people still use this David Ortiz in the last ride. Jackie Robinson was really good for the collections. Now this Dustin May and Ella De La Cruz I've seen a lot of people using as well. So Definitely a lot of good stuff when it comes to the program side of this game. Obviously, these cornerstone programs I like are really cool. I think the spotlight stuff they've done, I've liked a lot. I personally think it's a great idea what they've done with it. Me personally, I'm still loving this game. I know a lot of people are complaining, but they do want the best game. That's why they complain about it, right? I think that's a valid point that people should know about. So when they complain, they do want the best game possible, which makes sense. And I can definitely admit there's some things wrong with the game, right? The fact that the online rewards are not as good as the offline rewards, so it doesn't really incentivize you to play online. Or the fact that there's some gameplay problems and the best cards are in the collections. I mean, and there's the chase pack problem with all these cards being like so expensive on the market, obviously. So there definitely is still some pack, luck in this game with trying to get some of those chase cards for sure. But I think with the diamond quests and making it easier to kind of be able to earn the stubs if you put the time in, you can definitely get those cards. But I can definitely see where people are coming with a couple of the problems with the game so far. But I'm still loving it. I'm still having a great time, and I don't even have a lot of the best cards in the game, right? I still don't have this live series collection done. I don't even have the Corbin Carroll April Spotlight card done, and I don't even have the Scott Rowan, and I'm still having a great time on this game. So it just depends how you look at it. This is still my current squad right now. I mean, it's a lot of the older cards, but I just like to use them, honestly. Could probably use some better ones. Obviously, if you're not having fun with the game, you gotta maybe take a break, maybe try to have some fun, maybe play some more online. I don't know, you gotta kind of figure it out. Or you just might not like this year's version of the game. I mean, that's totally possible as well. But I'm still having a great time with it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think a lot of the cards in this game are fun to use. And I'm definitely having a great time, and I will continue to play this game all year. So with that being said, let me know your guys' kind of thoughts on the state of the game right now. I'm still loving this game. I like it a lot. I think everything they've done is just a lot of fun to do. I liked a lot of the new card series they have, a lot of the new cards in general they have. Like I have admitted some of the online collection rewards, it's definitely a little interesting. Some of the gameplay as well. I can see where people are coming with the complaints on that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. You guys still having fun with this game? What's your kind of thoughts? Obviously, with the Weekend Classic that just happened, I know a lot of people are having fun with the game, right? But let me know in the comment section down below what's your kind of thoughts on the game right now. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.